just for the sake of keeping track of everything, today is December 6th, and this is our first audio recorded game. So, the last time we were all together, y'all fought and defeated a young blue dragon. You then had to solve a small puzzle to get through the iron doors at the top of the ziggurat, having to donate some blood to get them to open. And then you sort of wound your way down into the temple. It was full of lava and fire and some interesting magical doorways, but you weaved your way through and found the treasure room, which you emptied, and the mysterious blue orb. But y'all spent a lot of time deliberating about what to do, and just when you went to get it, you were stopped by the Order of the Platinum Shield that apparently had entered the temple as well and had caught up to you. And the two individuals in charge of this group of order members were Lieutenant Rush, a half-orc, and Vice Admiral Quest, a tiefling. They ordered you to drop your weapons and come with them for questioning. It was a bit of a tense moment. There were some slight fibs told about the Court of Stars. There was some tense recognition between Elzaris and the Order. There was an attempt to grab the orb by Tamphilia, but ultimately, in the end, with their reinforcements arriving and knowledge that they had your captain, Dolly, and the crew and your ship, you relented and decided to go with them. They promptly teleported you to the capital of Morgan, Axrath. You were led into a room and were faced with this sort of large audience hall with this tiered section of seating, like an amphitheater, filled with all the different sort of members of this Morgan parliament that kind of run the country. And at its center, to greet you, was a very tired-looking tiefling. And I'll read a little bit of his description just to jog your memory. He looks middle-aged. He has purple skin and a gray scraggly beard and short graying hair with dark horns that curve up and back, each decorated with matching gold bands. He has pale pink eyes that regard you with a stern expression from behind a pair of delicate half-moon glasses. He's dressed in fine clothes of burgundy and black, embroidered with tiny little seven-pointed stars of silver and gold thread. And around his neck he wears a platinum amulet of some sort with intricate engravings on it. And his eyes passed over all of you before he greeted you with a tight-lipped smile. And the last thing we heard from him was, "Forgive me, my name is Casimir Dark, Prime Minister of Morgan, and I believe we have much to discuss." So we'll pick up right there. He looks over all of you and he says, "My main question is, why would the six of you want to tamper with a most important mission of the Order of the Platinum Shield?"
I'm going to step forward and I'm going to say, I don't think that we were aware we were tampering with a mission by the Platinum Shield. We got involved through other means, and we're just trying to do what we thought was right.
When you say involved, what exactly are you referring to?
All we know is that this orb is possibly very dangerous, and it's a very powerful artifact that some very bad people are after. And we were just doing our best to keep it out of their hands.
When you say bad people, who do you mean? What people?
There's a group of wizards in green cloaks. We encountered them killing, if I remember correctly, a couple members of the Platinum Shield. And they informed us that they were after these. And I don't know, as someone who knows what the Platinum Shield does, I did not like that these men killed members of the Platinum Shield. And
Forgive me for interrupting, but these members of the Order of the Platinum Shield, they willingly gave you information regarding these orbs?
they were killed, and we cast a spell to talk to them after their death to get information.
He just sort of looks at you for a moment. And what would you have done with this orb?
Well, I would have put it in my bag of holding and kept it from seeing the light of day.
And that's all?
That's all.
And how did you come to know the location of a temple shrouded in such dark magic as this?
Well, here's a funny story, and it's going to sound really fake. I'm just going to preface that. We were on our way to... God, this is so stupid. It sounds so dumb. We were on our way to solve a family problem for one of our members and encountered this old man named Baba. And he, we kind of thought he was crazy at first, but he ended up telling us all this stuff and giving us this key and, leading us on our way to this. He gave us a hint as to where it was, and it was just kind of a weird thing. We had this really weird dream, and we ended up in this really weird place with a person without a head and a pumpkin and all this stuff. And Amanda's like, oh my God. But Baba, he led us directly to where we needed to go, and then he disappeared. It was great. It's really weird. Sorry.
Make a persuasion roll to
Okay.
convince him that you are being factual.
Because I am, but
Dude.
Okay, not bad.
Look, not many people are gonna believe we met a crazy magic guy named Baba, but it happened.
Right?
It's rare.
Okay, I got a 22 persuasion.
Hell yeah.
Okay. He sort of looks at you, very unsure. Okay, so we have a green-cloaked wizard. We have a old hermit, and we have talking to the dead. And that led you to this temple. Now, it's no mystery to you that we also have, or have spoken to, your captain and your crew, or most of them. And, Hush.
Hush ain't no snitch.
And the ever lovely Miss Zeros informed me that she is employed by a Mr. Mortimer Maxwell Carton. Are you employed by the same fellow?
Yes. Mortimer has tasked us with finding some rare books and items.
And are you aware that this Mr. Carton works for Lord Greensmith of Waxlin?
Yes, we are aware.
And if my sources and research is correct, are you also aware that this Lord Greensmith, this young lord, searching very carefully for, I assume, support, has recently allied himself with the Empress Lorelei Ysira, the ruler of the continent that is chomping at the bit to attack my land?
I would be lying if I said I weren't.
So, you agree that you are employed by Mr. Carton. Now, can you follow the chain where this links you to what I would consider one of my greatest adversaries at this moment?
What do I say? What do I say? I suppose so, but I also wouldn't say that at least I specifically, and I think a number of members of our party as well, completely ally ourselves with either party.
Carrick's just gonna nod.
A job is a job, and information is information. Some information has to be found by more risque means.
And have you been... Actually, I'm curious. Is this Carton also a part of this current quest that you find yourself on? Like, if you're still employed by him, he must have some sort of connection to what you are searching for now.
He's aware that we took a detour to find this, but it is not our main task.
I would roll a deception check for that.
Yep, that's what I figured. Okay. Nat 18 plus. Where's my deception? Plus 6, 24.
Yeah,
24.
Casey, we.
24?
Hell yes. Okay, I'll type back, Casey.
24. He looks at you very carefully.
I'm shaking, I hope you know that.
He looks at you very carefully, and he says, "Now, you recognize who I am, yes?
Yes, sir, I do.
And you know that, I've recently been elected. I've been in this career path for quite some time. You have been very truthful in many ways, and you've said a lot of careful things. But this last statement, now, I am a politician. I know bullshit when I hear it.
Fuck me!
Even with the 24? Fuck! Okay, when we told him about the opportunity that we'd been found, he's a researcher. He likes rare artifacts. He likes to look into them, figure out what makes them tick, figure out what they do. He might have been interested in acquiring it to study it.
That is the problem with these orbs of dragon kind, though. They are enticing. That is the problem. They are too dangerous for people to have. You should understand.
I wouldn't
this.
know enough about them. I know they're dangerous. I know that they don't belong in certain people's hands, but I don't know anything about the magic involved in them.
Perhaps that is for the best.
I would concur. I apologize for us overstepping our bounds. I will reiterate, we had no idea that this was an oops operation, and we definitely didn't mean to get in the way.
Roll another persuasion roll, just to try and convince him of that.
Fuck. It's a 10. 4 plus 6. It's awkward. It's fine.
He's awkward.
It's fine. I've been doing so good. It's fine.
You right.
It's like, I am not sure if you are being honest or ignorant, or perhaps both. Either way, no one was hurt, so I suppose that is something to rejoice.
Wait, what did you say before that? I'm so
I
sorry.
said, no one was hurt, so I suppose
Yeah.
that's something
Oh,
to
okay.
rejoice. I will need to discuss some things, corroborate some aspects of this tale you have told me. So, I have arranged for you to stay here. We have
Perfect.
very nice rooms. They're a bit on the lower floor. We've made some modifications for airflow, changed out some doors for some bars. I'm sure you'll understand. And it will all be fine. Guards and guards that have been lining the room step forward. No, you have technically done no complete wrong. You have not stolen anything yet. Nobody has died yet. So, come tomorrow morning, we will chat once more, and you will be on your way. Hopefully, we can part on good terms. Until then, I suggest you get some rest. Maybe think about anything else you might wish to tell me tomorrow. And that's it. That's all I've got. And sort of motions for the guards to come, and they come to lead you out of the audience hall. Elzaris, you recognize one of these guards as Sir Murmur. All the other guards are kind of just like, yeah, this is my job. This guy's like obviously very agitated. He's a little bit rougher than the others. So they lead you out of the audience hall and sort of down this winding spiral staircase that leads down and down. And as you get further down, the air starts to feel a little strange. Kind of like the energy has kind of been pulled from it a little bit. And it reminds you a little bit of the new improvements that Zephyr made to his shop. So you get the sense that their cells have an anti-magic field around them.
Rude.
Emily was like, anti-magic field? I'm out.
Bye. He said no.
Too hard for me.
So, finally they stop, not on the lowest floor, they stop before they get all the way down to the bottom, and lead you into this sort of corridor of cells, and, they sort of, separate you. They put you each in individual cells. You can see across through the bars at each other. So for the most part, you can all see each other. But it's like stone on 3 sides, and then bars where the door to get into the cell is.
So question.
Yes.
Anti-magic field, does that, my changelingness, does that...
I don't think anti-magical fields affect changelings.
Oh.
Also, our telepathy thing should be chill still, right? Or like,
Because
nah,
that's like a condition thing.
I guess.
Yeah, it looks like the shape changer trait of the changeling is not affected by an anti-magic
Yeah.
shield.
Cool.
So that'll be fine. And I think, Casey, your Tanari's ability to communicate telepathically, like, that is a part of your wraith. So you wouldn't lose that.
Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, so they lead you all into your individual cells. Elzaris, Sir Murmur kind of shoves you into your cell. And he just sort of looks you up and down. Serves you right. Should have ended up here long ago. And sort of spits in your direction and slams the door shut. And most of the guards that let you down leave. There are guards stationed on either end of this long sort of corridor of cells. So, here you are.
Cool.
So...
I pictured Tanari just like hanging on the bars of the cell and like looking at Elzaris and like, so got some drama.
Yes.
Are we all in individual cells, like fucking jail?
Yeah, you're all in individual cells.
We're in jail.
That is terrible.
They
What?
said they'd release you in the morning.
We can see each other. We're not totally by ourselves.
That's nice. Yeah.
Are we gonna get fed? This is. I mean, he just said we didn't do anything wrong. Completely.
I don't know.
They're kind of holding you
Debatable.
for questioning.
Yeah, I have a feeling that those orbs are kind of important to this country for some reason, and we tried to, in their eyes, steal one. So,
I feel like it'd be the
Yeah.
equivalent of stealing a nuke.
Yeah.
yeah,
Dog.
yeah.
Yeah. I put
Can
this in
neither
chat.
confirm nor deny these. these
Yeah.
guesses.
Well, you
Like-
can't confirm or deny. This is just our like, you know what I mean? You can't confirm or deny that. That's lore.
I can't
Yeah,
confirm
we're
or
just
deny
hatching.
anything.
We're just hashing it out.
Bigler, she's like, I
Allegedly.
think the orbs might be this, and I was like, unfortunately, I cannot discuss the orbs until the end of the campaign.
And I knew
Hold all
that. I
questions.
knew that when
It's
I
like-
gave it to you, but I had to just say
I know,
it. You
I know.
It's like an
Like-
automated message, like. Sorry.
So for y'all, for context, it's
I'm
probably
sorry.
kind of like it's definitely afternoon. Y'all were in the temple.
So it's
for
not
a while.
nighttime.
Like it's not nighttime yet. We're probably getting close to dinner. And I'll say one of the guards does say that they're gonna bring y'all food. So
Great.
Likely
Can't wait.
story.
after
Scumbags.
like a little while, there's a little bit of a not a commotion, just like you can hear somebody like quickly rushing down the stairs, and the door opens, and Karok, you see a very familiar Minotaur who looks just like in utter panic. It's like, Karok? What? I enjoy watching you lose sometimes, but I think this is a bit far beyond what we normally do.
No, it's not the time for friendly rivalry, Orthok.
I can tell. Care to
Oh.
explain why you are in a cell right now?
Not particularly. It's a very long story.
He just sort of sighs. He's like, gotta letter from Mother. She said you came to visit. And then I got the report. And...
Blaze
You
is gonna
know?
chime up. He's gonna say, "Great visit, right? Really fun. I enjoyed it."
It was good. Had a good time.
So you're not gonna talk about any of this.
Tanari's like, he doesn't have to say anything if he doesn't want to. Leave him alone.
Period.
He looks at you two
Period.
and he's like, I
Period.
don't know you, and I'm
Yes.
concerned about my twin right here.
Twin. Oh, shit.
Oh, we got siblings. All right.
Yes, this is. Guess there's no sense hiding it. Gang, this is my twin brother, Orthok.
Nice to meet
Hi,
you. Wish you
Ortha.
weren't behind
I'm
bars.
your
Bars.
twin brother. Were you going to hide that?
Not hide.
This is why I left home.
It just never came up.
Sure. How's Mom?
She's much better now that I knocked some sense into Calroth.
Is he okay?
He will be.
I hope you're right. That one's slimy.
I think I managed to persuade him a bit to stay away from any thoughts of going back.
I hope you're right. Don't think Mom could take any more of that.
There are developments there as well, but I do not know if this is the right place or time to discuss them.
He looks around and he's like, guess that's fair. I have to ask, is grandfather still kind of shit?
Oh, definitely.
Damn.
That's what I thought.
Tanari actually burst out laughing.
I love this.
Ornery, crotchety, generally unlikable.
Okay, that's what I thought. But you're kind of... You started this whole walkabout thing, right?
A little bit.
It's called adventuring. I pipe up.
But isn't
Try
it
it
like-
sometime.
Didn't you have something with the... What's her name? The wild
Mother.
Yeah. How's that going? She talking to you?
She has.
Well, guess it's good that somebody talks to you.
We talked to him.
No.
Excuse me?
Wait a minute.
Listen, Farrokh is
Wait
really
a
quiet.
minute.
How rude.
I like.
I was just gonna say, so is this like the typical sibling banter? Cause like I get that.
Yeah. This is
I
like
have a-
all sarcastic in jest.
How far apart are the bars? Can I fit my forearm through it?
You could probably get like halfway up your meaty forearm.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to punch him in the shoulder.
Roll to hit.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Roll at a disadvantage since you've got the bars to contend with.
Oh, man.
Big money.
That's a 15.
Yeah, you miss. Unfortunately, he's in his very nice shiny oops armor.
Just hits the plate and does nothing.
Yeah, it just sort of
Bougie.
hits the plate, but your momentum is like definitely lessened by the bars, and he just sort of looks down. And he's like, "Really? It's all
Somebody's
in
gotta
good
keep in
fun,
line."
brother. It's all in good fun." Well, you've certainly got the order riled up.
I assure you it was
Yeah!
not intentional.
He
Elzar's
looks
like,
over at
"No!"
Elzaris, and he like kind of recognizes you, but like y'all didn't cross paths that much, and so he's just like, It's just sort of like, It's like, Now, Karok, I'm not really privy to all of the details, but I understand this was quite important. So I hope this all gets worked out.
You and me both. I mean, I am the one in here after all.
You right?
He just sort of chuckles, and he's like... He chuckles, but it's like a tense laugh. Like, you can tell that, like, underneath, he's very stressed about the situation of his brother being in jail. It's like, well... For what it's worth, I'll try to have some words with my superiors. I can't imagine you would, I don't know, seek out evil or something like that. So, I'll try to put in a good word.
That would be much appreciated. Orthok, I'm gonna motion him toward the bars.
Yeah, he gets in closer.
Do you think that, you remember those old, religious songs that grandfather used to sing?
Unfortunately.
Do you think the guards in here would like to hear those?
Sort of looks over at the guards. He's like, I think they'd love that.
Good.
He sort of cracks a smile and heads out.
What?
Okay, question.
Mhm.
Will there be any chance, perhaps while Karok is like singing and distracting them, that I can pull out my sending stone to Mortimer without anyone noticing and send a message to him?
You do not believe that
Anti-magic.
that they would work in the anti-magic
Oh.
field.
Make my bad.
Unfortunately.
Damn.
It's a good idea, though.
You were
Right, I
forced-
didn't think that was magic technically, but
You were
that makes
forced to
sense.
contemplate what you have done. No.
You're in timeout, guys.
Mm.
This is our punishment for doing encounters better than Amanda thought we would.
Nah.
Well, then I'm gonna pull out one of my, like, bottles of ale, and I'm just gonna, drink some.
Wanna go
Can I see you? Can I ask for one?
Yeah. I'll,
Will they let us,
is
like,
it
roll it
possible
on
for me
the
to, like,
floor?
roll it to her?
Will they let me do that?
You can either try to persuade the guards to let you, or, Blaze, you can try and do, like, a sleight of hand.
I'm gonna call some of the guards over.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
good idea.
I got a question.
I'll help.
One of the guards doesn't come all the way over, but just takes a couple steps closer. Yes.
My friends and I, we like to drink. If I gave you one of these bottles of ale, y'all can, like, share it after hours or something. Can I slide this bottle over to her so she can enjoy this with me?
I was like, please, I'm so
Persuasion.
thirsty.
Persuasion.
She's literally like, I'm just gonna fuck with him, like I'm stuck here.
16.
16? The guard looks you up and down. And looks over at the other guards. And looks over at the ones on that end. It's like, okay.
Okay, so I pull out one of my bottles from the bag of holding and I give it to him. And I say, and this one's for my friend. And I hand him the other to give to her.
He gives
Nice.
her hers, and he goes over, sort of crosses his legs and leans against the wall and starts sipping his ale. The other guard next to him just sort of looks at him and he's like, really, Greg? Really?
Craig.
Greg. Wow.
Tanari just like cheerses it at Blaze and takes.
And I cheers mine right back.
After a few moments, people bring in some food. It's simple food, but it's It's not terrible. So you all get probably some stew, maybe like a hunk of borderline stale bread. You can enjoy your meal.
We have beds, right?
Yeah, you've got like little cots.
Okay.
It's probably a bit tight for you, Karak.
Yeah, I was just gonna sleep on the floor.
Oh.
Might be a good idea.
Unsympathetic.
After dinner, I'm just gonna loudly, obnoxiously sing hymns.
Yes.
Can I like make up words and try to join you?
Maybe like half an hour to an hour after dinner, there's a knock on the door leading into the cell room that y'all are in.
Sonari hides the bottle.
And one of the guards cracks open the door, and and they sort of, there's a little bit of hushed talking for a second.
Can I listen to see?
Yeah, can I hear anything?
Yeah, roll perception.
15?
15.
7.
22.
22. The exchange. Wait, who got the 22?
Me.
Rogue.
You hear what they're saying, and it's basically like I'm here to speak to one of the prisoners. They mention your name specifically, Elzaris. You recognize her voice as, I'm probably gonna butcher this, as Kira, the second oldest. And the door eventually opens, and you see your sister, and she walks in. She looks really kind of a little uncomfortable and out of place. She sort of walks past some of the party and kind of hesitantly looks at some of y'all. You're a very eclectic group of individuals. And eventually she stops in front of Elzaris' cell. So, you're really here.
Yes, I'm here. In the cell. I'm back.
She kind of
We're all
looks
hearing
around.
this, right?
Yeah, she's not exactly trying to hide it, per se. She kind of looks around hesitantly, and she's like, I told someone to let me know if you... I have a connection, but I told someone to let me know if you ever came back, but I kind of just stopped expecting it after a while. How are you?
I'm, before this I was doing pretty okay, and now I'm in a cell, all my friends.
She looks around. She's like... And she kind of closes her eyes and sort of braces herself for the next thing. And she's like, Have you started taking things again?
I've been better. I've not been taking as many things.
As many things. Okay, well, I guess that's improvement. I didn't tell them that I heard you were here. I just wanted to see. First, why did you leave?
I had no choice. I had to.
I get that, but why didn't you say anything?
I had no choice. I didn't mean to hurt you, but
You couldn't have
I
written
had no
a letter?
choice.
You couldn't have written, like, we didn't know what happened. We had to find out all the details from other people. We're your family.
I know. But I had to go. I had to, and I regret it. I regret everything that happened. And, you know, I do regret not writing and not giving any type of information, but I had to do what I had to do.
I mean, what did you even take, or what were you even trying to take?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't. Well, for what it's worth, I'm glad you're okay.
Yes. You know, with everything aside, I'm glad to see you again and that I hope you're doing well.
Doing all right. Got a part-time job. Scylla's been working.
Yeah.
Just trying to support the family.
Yeah.
Do you guys need some money? I think we've got plenty.
We may not be
And
needed.
if there's any consolation, you know, we haven't seen her doing any drugs. I mean,
Correct. I can vouch for
I don't
Elzara.
know the
This is all very
I don't know the
touching, by
full
the way.
dynamic, but
She
yeah.
just sort of looks really confused, and she looks at all of y'all, and she's like, and who are these who are these people?
She said we're friends,
friends.
guys. We're friends. Aw.
Okay. I guess
I'll introduce myself. I'm Tanari. Nice to meet you. Wish it wasn't in jail.
I
We're
guess
really
she'll-
bored
she'll
here,
work her
so
way
Blade
down,
introduces himself too.
doing all the awkward introductions.
we're really bored here, so we're gonna
Yeah.
hear any of this.
Yeah, actually, we're her support group, if we're being honest. We're here to really to cater to
Narcotics are
whatever needs
anonymous.
she has.
She just looks at
We
you.
all struggle.
She looks at you, Chadriel, and she's sort of like, okay, and moves on. Her face softens a little bit, just like, despite the circumstances and the hurt, I'm happy to see you. And, you know, I can tell them you're here if you want, but I don't have to say anything.
I think it would be best to keep it between us.
Okay. I won't say anything to Scylla or Solaris. I'll keep it between us.
Okay. I appreciate it.
I mean, I don't think I can give you anything, but do you need anything?
I mean, if you can get us out of here and sneak us out, I mean,
She sort of laughs. She's like, I don't think I can do that.
well, it was worth an ask. It was worth a try.
Just write every once in a while. You don't have to sign your name. You can come up with some other name, and I'll make up an excuse for it. Just give me an update every once in a while, okay?
I will.
Right. She heads out.
She loves you, by the way.
Love you.
As she walks away, she loves you.
Elzaris, you know, I I mean, I don't want to like cry you or anything, but I just want to say that I'm sorry that you have gone through whatever it was you went through. That sounds like a very heart-wrenching thing to not be able to say goodbye.
Yeah, it was it was not a
Like, we
good
should-
thing that happened.
Okay. I know, because we shouldn't out of character. We should not divulge anything here. But yeah,
I mean, we have tons of time, but
listen.
I mean, we do, but we
Let's
also have
get
an audience.
into it. Right in front
Group
of
therapy. Anyone else
I
have
mean-
siblings that are gonna visit?
Hopefully not.
Please.
A family affair.
I swear, if you bring Lilith down here, I'm
Would you
Look, we can
want
bring
to talk-
Konari and Junari both.
Can you imagine if Lilith just sort of showed up?
Waltzed in.
I am
It's
actually
like, hey, I'm here too.
pretty.
I'm here to break
kind
my
of
my
expecting
boy
it.
out.
I'm expecting you to be like, hey, I need another favor. How would you like to get out of these jail cells? You know?
Oh, man.
Honestly, I wouldn't be.
Which can I do a perception check on these prison bars? Do they seem like enchanted, or do they seem like normal iron bars? You know.
You can do. Yeah, you can give me a perception check.
Just quick.
Can I also aid?
Sure. Well, it might be two separate rolls because
Ugh.
y'all are not next to each
That's
other.
fine.
you
That's
know?
I'll just also
12.
roll.
12.
Not good.
25.
So
Perfect.
yeah, Chadriel, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, they look like good bars.
Looks like prison to me. Ash, you think that there's probably a little bit of extra something special about not necessarily the bars themselves, but the locking mechanism. Just a little. It's not necessarily magic, but it's because there's no magic in this room. But it's intricate and complicated for sure. If there's any other things that y'all want to do or discuss for the evening, you can do that now.
How obvious would it be if I counted our loot?
I mean, you know, they made no effort to take your belongings. Your weapons
Good.
aren't with you, but they like your other items. They let you have them. They're not necessarily taking their
Okay,
everything.
then I want to try and count our loot quietly and unobtrusively, just so
Okay.
that I know what we got.
Let me do some minor scrolling to get to the loot. that
Oh,
you-
did we not add our loot yet?
y'all
No, we didn't.
No, we
grabbed it,
didn't.
We didn't have time to
and
count it.
We didn't.
Oh, yeah,
do
that's
the
right.
Details, but
We just
hell
put
yeah.
it in the bag.
Dude, I'm so ready.
do have it.
I'm still so
all.
glad we have that money. That
I have
loot.
it all right here. So, in loot pile number 1, you found 977 gold pieces.
Jesus Christ.
You also found something called an acrobat's rope, which you should be able to find in D&D Beyond. It's a
Okay.
special type of rope. And you found a potion of hide from animals.
What?
In loot
Wait.
pile. Wait,
Sorry. Well, I just want to know 977. What was it?
977.
977.
Gold.
977 gold.
divided by 6.
It's not gonna be even, I don't think.
No.
We'll just wait until
Yeah, well, let's add
we
it all.
see all.
Okay. So 977.
We got so much more.
And divide it. It's
Oh,
There
wait,
were like
there's
what, three or four piles? Sorry, continue.
Are y'all ready for
there were
loot
6
pile
piles,
number 2?
right? Or 4 piles.
No,
4
there's
piles.
4. Alright, so loot pile number 2, you found 924 gold pieces. You found a pretty decent sized emerald. Pretty hefty sized emerald. You'll have to like take that to a merchant or something to figure out how much that is worth. And you found a ring with a blue gem in its center.
Okay.
And that was all that was in that pile. Ready for the next one?
Mhm.
All right. In loot pile number 3, you found, listen for this, 1,260 gold pieces.
Sweet.
Wait, I wrote that wrong.
1,260.
1,260.
Yes, 1,260 gold
Damn.
pieces.
I
I
wrote
know.
12,060. That's what I wrote. and I said,
That
that's
is
wrong.
not correct. You also found a potion of invisibility,
Nice.
and you found studded leather armor of fire resistance.
Mm.
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 Okay.
Of fire.
Someone should wear that for when I cast Fireball.
Okay, good.
Say it.
We can all get into it together.
All right, there's one pile left. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, you're not ready. Here we go.
Oh
All
boy.
right, in loot pile number 4, you found 1,845 gold pieces.
What the fuck?
We're rich.
4,733 silver pieces. An iron miniature of some sort of structure. And boots of spider climbing.
Ooh.
Mm.
Mm.
I like all the sounds of intrigue.
Can I roll a history check to identify the structure, possibly?
I would like to do the same.
Sure.
Well, you're not seeing it.
Oh,
I'm
shit, I'm
like
not there.
hiding in the
Fuck.
cell right now. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a history roll. It's gonna be a pretty high DC.
That's a nat 1, so no.
Never seen it before in your entire life.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, so 834.3 gold per person. Should we round that up or down? You think?
Well, there was
Well-
how many silver were there?
What we're gonna do, how about we just make this executive decision.
Let's go.
Everyone gets 834. Any extra, the silver and the couple extra gold go to the ship's fund.
Cool.
If we have a ship
You right?
after this.
Hey man, we got the rest of this campaign.
We'll go buy
That's
a new one or steal a new one.
Yeah, steal.
Yeah, let's do
After
this
that
stuff
lovely
we're in
talk with your
prison for
sister, you're gonna
fine.
chant for stealing.
Hey, you know what? It is what it is. I am what I am. I can't help it.
Oh my god.
I like that.
Oh man.
834 times 6 is 5,004. Okay, so that's 2 gold pieces for the ship's fund, and
Woo,
then
big money.
4,733 silver.
Sincerely.
4773. Okay, divided by 6 is what?
No, that's to the ship, Claudia.
Oh, what
I
is
was going to the ship. The silver's going to the
Yeah.
ship.
Let's just
Oh.
do that. That would have
Sounds
been
good.
Gotcha. Okay,
Cool
yeah.
with me.
Cool beans.
I'm a pout a little bit about that. Elzaris is pouting a little bit.
No, you got 834 gold piece.
I know we like don't have the gold right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my inventory before I forget.
Same.
Okay, we need to decide who gets what these items. Can we decide that now, or is that gonna have to be later?
can't.
Benji, I am a Capricorn, so
Oh shit! I didn't even know that.
I'm a Capricorn.
That's hilarious.
That makes it even funnier.
That's fucking
January
fantastic.
5th.
January 5th. Okay, got you.
Y'all can, y'all
Yeah,
can
coming
buy
up.
stuff now if you want to.
I'd like to just to get it out of the way. So there's let's see, there was that potion of like animal hiding from animals. What?
Yeah, a potion.
Yeah,
of
that was
hide
one.
From animals.
I don't see it in
That's
D&D
cool.
Beyond unless I'm tripping balls or something. Potion.
If it's not in there, then I will add it after
Okay.
this session.
Yeah, because I see.
There was the acrobat's rope.
Yeah, I see potion of healing and potion of heroism and potion of hill giant strength. But I don't see potion of hiding. from animals.
Okay, I'll make sure to
Um,
add it.
So is that like you just get to hide from animals? Is stealth rolls advantage? I don't know what that is. Okay, well. Oh well, we might need to get that to somebody with low stealth. Our chainmail gang.
That is
We have
true.
we have disadvantage. That was the thing. My stealth is +0, but or no, +1 actually, but it's just disadvantage. So
Potion of hide from animals. It's basically the hide from animals spell, but it's gonna be in potion form. So it lasts for
Interesting.
like 10 minutes, and animals cannot see, hear, or smell you. Even extraordinary or supernatural sensory capabilities such as blind sense, blind sight, scent, tremor sense, stuff like that.
very interesting.
Cool.
Well, actually, shit. I mean, that's more than just stealth. That's like, I mean, they can't even hear you. They can't see you. They
It's
can't
kind of
smell you.
like an invisibility potion, but like just
Right.
for animals.
Interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure who should have that. Maybe that should be a communal backfolding thing. I don't know.
I think we can decide some of this for, when we need it type thing.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. In the acrobat's whip, I looked up. It's kind of like the hook shot from Zelda. You can attack with it, but it doesn't do much damage. But it can save you if you're broken. So it might be something. Again, I don't know who would need that the most, but it's an interesting little thing. Then potion of invisibility. Is the ring just a ring? It's not magical or anything?
We don't know.
You'd have to
I want it.
get
I want the ring.
appraised.
I want it.
Well, it's in the bag of
All right,
holding right
Frodo.
now, so.
Okay. I want that.
Just
I think
making
we
it
should
known.
get it appraised and looked at before we just give it to people. It could have a curse on
Hold
it.
on.
No,
Hold
like,
on.
you put it on
Okay,
your-
well, I guess if there's a curse on it, then I guess that's fine. Don't take this away from me.
Y'all got any more of them expensive things?
Jeez. Right now. I'm for it.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna put all that back in the bag of holding. Everyone add your gold piece. Go ahead and do that, but
Yep.
technically you don't have it yet.
Yeah.
As
You're right.
soon as you
So
get
we
the
don't
lead,
forget.
I'll give it to you.
I mean, it's not like I have anywhere to spend this money right now anyway, so
Retweet.
And
if we
now
can
that
bribe these guards. Like,
we're-
hey,
I don't
have a lot of
know. They'll let us escape.
Mr. Murmur, come
What?
back.
They let us drink. They wouldn't let us out.
I have a feeling they won't.
Man.
No, because drinking can like inebriate us, So
Mm-hmm.
if I wanted to.
How mad did I think Prime Minister
Dark.
Dark was?
Give me an insight check.
That's a 13.
Yeah, hard to tell.
Yeah.
He's kind of an
You know
old
what I
pro
just
at
realized I
this.
could have done though? That roll that I really, really failed.
I know. I was thinking that. I was like, girl.
I could have used a chronal shift and I totally forgot about it because I was so stressed.
I wanted
You
to-
did a good job.
You did.
You were
yeah.
doing such a good job, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to say something, but I didn't want a backseat game, so I was just like, oh.
Yeah, Tenari would have been changing the subject, and that would have been sus. So. Can we I know I put it in chat, but
I
he did
feel like-
say that Amarine was planning to attack Oregon, right? Like everybody else
Yeah.
caught that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
honestly,
mean,
Yeah.
Excuse
we
me?
kind of know. Didn't we already know that there was definite climbing tension between the
Yeah,
two
but
countries?
that's
Oh,
different than biting at the bit to attack them.
Do you think it's
Yeah.
kind of like? Do you think it's kind of like how it is here? How like we joke about like North Korea and nukes and stuff? Do you think it's like one of those where it's like we think about, but we're also like, oh, that won't really happen. We're like, oh, maybe. You know what I mean? You think it's one of those
I don't-
kind of things?
I mean, the Prime Minister seems concerned, so
Oh, that's true. It did come straight from the Prime
Yeah.
Minister's mouth. It's
Yeah.
not just slowly talk. Oh,
not just us being like,
Not just
LOL, we're
memes.
gonna get nuked.
fuck. Oh
Kind of
no.
kind of like in January when World War III was legit
Yeah.
about to start.
I forget
Yeah,
that was
and
also
then-
this year.
That
then
yeah,
the rest
this
of
has
the
been
year
a
happened.
long ass
Y'all.
year, girl.
It's been a long year.
Low-key F.
Australia was
It's been
on
a long
fire. all kinds of
Honestly,
stuff.
like if coronavirus hadn't shut everything down, maybe we'd be another world war. Like maybe it's
Man.
There's almost
You know,
World War
other
III.
things.
Australia burned down. Like
Silver
That
linings.
was all this year. Gosh.
Kobe was also
Yeah.
this year too.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It was,
Mm.
and then
Yeah.
the wildfires in California. Not too-
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
my God.
hurricanes.
It's a mess. It's been
But
I'm
yeah, no, that's
tired.
crazy because like,
Yeah.
there's like tension and like Lorelai didn't say shit about we gon' fuck this shit up, but
I
like
knew she wouldn't, because
Well, I
Exactly.
mean,
Yeah, but like there's
she knew
tension
that some
and
of
then
us weren't
there's
from Hammerine. She's not gonna say that shit.
we're not
know.
from
She's trying to
Oregon.
the
and
cow
who said it
man,
to
she ain't
us?
gonna say shit.
I'm not saying she would. I'm just saying like that was not corroborated. Corroborated.
Corroborated.
Corroborated.
Corroborated. Thank you.
I don't know. I'm gonna say I've never trusted her. Also, how loudly are we talking about this? And
I'm not talking. No. I wasn't doing this in character. I was doing this as a player.
oh,
Should we
I
be
thought
doing this in
it was
character?
all character. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
I was
I'm
just
allowing
processing
you
what
to
happened.
have this sidebar, so don't worry about.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I was
Well,
just
then-
processing.
Blaine, I would say, has never actually trusted her. I think he's gone along with the job because he's interested in the items and all that. He really hated giving that orb to her.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
It was a tense moment,
Yeah. It's true.
even though that was.
But also, we were in her court,
Yeah.
and what am I gonna say? No, let us walk out of here without
With
like
the
you trying
bomb.
to kill us with the orb with this like super powerful magical object. Yeah, no, that wouldn't have gone down.
Hmm. Are we gonna be able to take a long rest
I
or a
was gonna
short rest
say,
while we're in
whenever
here?
y'all are done,
I have a
Okay.
train.
y'all
I'm
can
leaving.
we can do the
Sweet.
whole we go to bed for the night and you complete a long rest. So
Sweet.
I'm just sort
Because
of
I've got
waiting for
6 hit points.
Oh,
Yeah, I have 12. So
a lot of y'all
we're
are
late.
kind of low.
It's all good though.
Well, if y'all are ready, y'all can go on and take a long rest,
Sweet.
and we will jump to the morning. So you all wake up in your individual cells. You were able to complete a long rest. Not the most comfortable sleep you've ever had, but it was better than sleeping in a closet in a dungeon. So, it's
That's a good point.
You're
could be
right.
worse.
Win
Could
some,
be
you
worse.
lose some.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the morning, guards come to collect you, and you are all led back up the spiral staircase back to the big audience hall. This time, all of the other parliament members are absent. And you walk in, and you see Casimir Dark, but there is somebody else next to him that you all recognize. You recognize Zephyr from the floating market. And humorously, he has like his arm slung over Casimir's shoulder. And Casimir's just kind of like there, and he's like not happy about it, but he's like tolerating the like closeness.
Zephyr
And-
hates me. Fuck.
And Zephyr,
No, but we did the floating market though, guys. It's fine.
Zephyr, as you all walk in, Zephyr's like, well, if it isn't my favorite customers, how you doing?
I was like, hi! Good to see you.
And,
You know what I'm gonna do?
what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna pull out 300 gold, put it in a bag, and toss it to him.
Okay, you pull out 300 gold, you toss it. Zephyr watches the bag land on the ground, makes no effort to catch it, and just sort of
Fucking hell.
he just sort of rolls his eyes.
Let's say sorry.
And he's like, "Well, it's good to see you." And Casimir just sort of looks at Zephyr and looks at y'all and looks at the bag of gold on the floor. It's like, well, I'm glad we've all made acquaintance with each other. I was just getting the finer details of some of your story.
Mm-hmm.
My good friend here was fortunately in town. And Zephyr's like, well, I mean, you told me your door was always open, so I figured. And Casimir just sort of, yes, but I did not mean that you should bring your entire market and park it on the outskirts of my city. And Zephyr just sort of like, whatever. I have some things I'd like to discuss with you just a little bit further, and then we can all be on our way. And I think that would be a great spot for us to take a break.
Oh,
One pussy in that recording.
He hates
Okay,
me.
so
Did he
picking up-
Did he pick up the gold piece bag?
No, they just watched
It's
it
just
hit the
still
floor.
on the floor.
Wow.
Well, then we gotta get that back.
You're right.
Look, that's 300 gold.
I mean, we got it. Hopefully, we'll have a ship.
I was
soon.
trying to make up for the fact that I probably swindled him out of about that much. You know,
Kinda
like
looks like you just tried to bribe him
In front of the
Prime
Minister.
Minister.
Like, you might want to clarify, because that full-on looks like a bribe.
Yeah, please.
well,
Yeah.
did it? I thought
It kind
I
of looks
said,
like a bribe.
but I said sorry, Casimir, like in reference to what I did.
Anyway, so we're picking up. The last thing that was said was like, we've got some more things to talk about. So do you apologize for the bag of gold? Is that what?
I was apologizing for me swindling him out of money. So I was like, Casimir, sorry for, what happened. And I threw him the bag of gold.
You mean Zephyr?
Zephyr.
Zephyr, yeah, sorry. Yes, that's
Well, I
what
don't
I
think
meant.
you.
Wow.
I think after you charmed him, you then didn't buy the thing because it was still really expensive.
Yeah,
So, like, you never really swindled him out of money.
Oh,
you just gave him 300 gold.
You just charmed
Well-
him in his own magical shop, and he got so paranoid he created an anti-magic field the next time you
Yeah.
were there.
look,
Fair.
I'm trying to make up for it. I said sorry. I referenced the event and I threw him the gold.
Zephyr
Did he still not
looks
pick
at
it up?
you. No, Zephyr looks at you, looks at the bag of gold again, looks back at you. He's like, in my mind, between the Harpy incident and the Green Fellow, we're even. Although, I have to say, for some reason, every time the six of you show up at my shops,
Why is it always
all
the
this
six
stuff
of you?
always happens, which is very concerning, but I don't think that's necessarily related to you. Anyway, I was in the area because, I had to move, because of the last
Yeah.
time. And
Yeah.
Sorry.
That wasn't our fault. That was not
No,
our
but,
fault.
like-
Don't apologize for that. We helped.
but I heard you were in a bit of a bind. And decided to talk to my old friend here, and he like elbows Casimir. It's like, yeah, Cass, Cass is like he takes like a step away from Zephyr. It's like, well, fortunately, Mr. Zephyr here was able to confirm that there is some sort of green-cloaked magic user of some sort who, by the sound of it, has cost the Order a few lives, which is unfortunate, but at least it confirms some truth to your story. I do not believe that you are malicious. I do not believe that you mean harm in any way. I do not fully believe everything that you have said, but I have no reason to be against you, in a manner of speaking. So, thanks to this lovely Zephyr and comparing stories, I think some things check out. There is something that someone would like to propose, though, and he sort of looks over at the guards by the doors, and the doors open, and you all watch as Lieutenant Rush and Vice Admiral Quest walk in, and behind them is a kind of grizzled, older, kind of really bulky half-orc. And Quest and Rush sort of stop short. The half-orc walks further and closer, sort of goes all the way up to the Prime Minister. Customer sort of looks at him. Admiral Galagal, these are the individuals we discussed. And they sort of nod in exchange, and this Admiral Galagal, he's half-orc, looks over all of you. I understand. No, that's Casimir's voice. I understand that you at least tried to help some of my men. Means a lot. You sort of helped them when they were in a bit of a bind, and though you weren't able to save their lives, it's important. Also, I think, and he looks at you, Karak, I think you're relative of some sort, you know, try to make some sort of case. It was endearing? Maybe that's the word? Didn't really have much useful information, though, but I guess a character witness is something. So, me and Prime Minister here, Prime Minister Dark, we've had a lot of long discussions over this relic that was retrieved from this temple. We don't necessarily trust you, but we have a lot of men out in the field right now, so, and I'm pretty sure Captain Moulton's gonna want to talk to y'all about what happened in the temple, so I would very much like for you all to accompany Quest and a couple of our men to Ebenmeyer. We don't want to keep the orb here, but we want to send it to our headquarters in Ebenmeyer. I think it'll be safest there. And maybe if you know, we can work something out, we can share a little bit of information and help each other a little bit. Is that something maybe we could work out?
Oh, God. Oh, dear. Okay, out of character. What do y'all think? Because I am like, information,
Blaze wants to
yes.
say yes.
I'm like, information, yes, but also conflict of interest. So
Blaze really wants to say yes.
I don't know.
But
I don't
also,
know
Blaze doesn't like the queen, so.
I don't know what
Yeah.
I don't know what Teofilo wants, if I'm honest. Like,
Karak's just gonna go along with it because Karak does not want to fuck with the Order of the Platinum Shield.
Yeah, Blaze is just gonna go ahead and speak up and say, I think that can be arranged.
Casimir looks at all of you. He sees that some of y'all are like, yeah, sure, and some of y'all are kind of like, He's like, I know we had a very tense conversation yesterday. Perhaps it would put your mind at ease if I assured you that the Order does not answer to me. I am not their head, I am not in charge of them. They are a separate group. Now, many of their members are citizens of these countries, so I feel protective of them, but I do not control them, and that is why I want them to have the orb. I am a temporary ruler of a country. I do not need a malicious magical artifact. They are a good aligned organization that strives to protect the world. So I trust them to either keep this safe or hopefully destroy it. And I hope that is something you would want to see happen as well.
Can I insight check all of that?
Absolutely.
Cool. That is not great. That is well, if I had 15.
I mean,
Mine's worse.
You don't think he's lying. I mean,
Okay.
nothing stands out to you per se.
Okay. Tanari just kind of nods.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, would it be further incentive if I told you that your ship was waiting for you in Ebenmeyer?
And our crew?
And our weapons?
I think our weapons are
We will
here,
return
are they
your
not?
weapons
I want
to
them.
you when you exit the building.
Fair.
And
Your
our
crew is in Ebenmeyer. You can contact them if you have means to confirm this, if you so choose. Right now, if you wish.
I'm gonna pull out the sending stone dolly and say,
You good?
confirm you're in Ebenmeyer. Everyone okay? Ship fine?
There's like a slight pause. and then there's like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry about everything. me and Skid are fine. Hush like bailed, and we don't know where he is, but we're in Ebenmeyer and we're fine. Don't know where the little bastard is though. Hope to see
Hush
you
ain't no
soon.
snitch.
Hush that,
Hush
fuck
is
the
gone.
cops.
Fuck no.
Wow.
Part of me, okay, part of me, like, okay, part of me is like, I mean, we'll be fine without it. I'm like, but no, it's Hush.
I'm sure Hush will make his way back to us. Okay, well,
Who
we know
really
that our
knows
crew's
what
at least
Hush does
probably
in
all
his own
alive.
time.
yeah, we have a captain. That's and
Yeah.
We have our ship,
and we have our ship.
but I need my weapons. I need my daggers.
Okay, well,
Okay.
Hush
I-
knows how
I'm
run
down
from
to
the
go.
law. Alright.
Blaze
So-
wants to ask.
Yeah, go ahead.
If-
Ask questions if you want.
Blaze wants to ask if he can stay and talk with Casimir privately for a second.
Oh.
I mean, knock yourself out, I guess.
I mean-
Galagal steps forward and he's like, I'm not sure. And Casimir's like, I'll allow it.
Okay, so I want to talk with him privately.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay. Have
Are we
fun.
all piecing out? Then?
I'm
Are we
piecing
all
out.
waiting
Does
outside?
anybody pick up the bag
Okay.
of gold on the way out?
I will. I'll pick it up. I got it. Don't worry. I'll
Okay.
Alright,
As we leave, Tanari's gonna be like, it's unfortunate that this was how we met you, but it is an honor to meet you.
Same.
Yeah. Eh.
Casimir sort of
Trying to,
very
foster good
small
relationships.
smile as like, it has been intriguing. It's like looking at a 6-piece puzzle that I haven't quite figured out yet, but
She's gonna be like, to be honest, we don't really know how it fits either, if that helps. It just works.
Talk about us? Well,
Yeah. We're a really weird team of people, but it's great.
For the rest of y'all, like, guards sort of escort you out of the room. They don't let you leave the building just yet until Ash is with you.
Fair.
And you want to just talk to Casimir?
Correct.
Okay. So Zephyr and the Order of the Platinum Shield people will leave.
Actually, that
Zephyr?
that order, the
Or
platinum
order?
shield
You
person.
want the Admiral Galagal?
Yeah,
Okay, he'll
you can
stay,
stay.
and Rush and Quest will go out, and y'all will all sort of wait in like a holding room, I guess, until everybody's together. All right, so you want to whisper? Is that the deal? Or...
Yeah, I
All
would
right.
like to whisper.
Ah!
Sorry, guys.
Can we listen?
Okay. Unfortunately, you don't get to hear the whisper. Sorry to leave you in the lurch, but it's all for the sake of the story. All right, let's pick up where we left off. All right, so Galagal will leave with you. Casimir stays in the audience hall.
Mhm.
At all.
All right,
Hmm.
so y'all watch after just a couple brief moments. Galagal and Ash return to the room with y'all. Galagal sort of looks at Rush and Quest. It's like, all right, Rush, you're with me. Quest, you update them on the details of our transport. And are the other men ready? And one of the guards like, yeah, they're just outside. They're waiting. All right. Good to meet you all, and don't fuck up. And he like leaves.
Oh.
with Rush. And so you're left with Vice Admiral Quest. She's like, sort of looks at all of y'all and waits for them to fully leave. Okay, well, I don't exactly fully trust you all, but for some reason, the Prime Minister was convinced that you're okay. So, we're taking you to Ebenmeyer. Unfortunately, Rush has other business to attend to, so we've arranged a very unique mode of transportation. There is a newly finished lightning rail that we're going to be taking to Ebenmeyer.
Oh, yeah.
The Moonshadow Express. And there will be other people aboard the train, but we have secured the enclosed cargo car. So, we'll get your weapons sorted out here. We're gonna have some people
Thank you.
with us. Okay. We've got a couple people with us. I'll let you walk around the city a little bit, but we're gonna have to, walk around with you a little bit. I'm sure you understand.
Yep.
And train leaves in the evening. All right, so let's get things sorted, and you'll sort of leave the room, and you get your weapons back to you. You exit the building and meet up with the other order members. Their Quest is kind of the one that's sort of heading all of this. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 order members total. One of which is Orthok.
Yay!
Yeah. So, y'all are sort of all together, and you can walk around a little bit. I have some descriptions of the city if you want me to read them.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we? Right. Axrath is a bustling city just north of Morrigan's Spire, much like Amrine, this huge column of earth that sort of stretches up to the sky, and then the crystal is sort of floating in the center. Many of the buildings here are made of sort of carved pale stone and stucco and sun-bleached wood, and it's been painted all sorts of different shades of like blues and peaches, but the paint has kind of faded and chipped away with time. Citizens of Morgan, you all know that this city feels old. It's got this sort of some sort of quality to it. You can just tell it's kind of been around for a while. Kind of like if you go to Rome and you see some of those older buildings, it's kind of been there for a while. Feels a lot older than other cities that you've visited so far. Many of the roads and streets are covered with fabric coverings of all different colors, and they're sort of strung up and stretched from one side of the street to the other. Carts are pulled by horses, and they sort of rattle as they traverse down the stone streets. People are dressed in bright colored tunics and robes of oranges and blues and burgundies and purples, and they all sort of meander about and sort of see this sort of vibrancy here, which is nice to see since you've been in the desert for a bit of a while. Stalls are set up along the roads and crammed into alleyways, and you catch the smells of spiced meats and burning incense and dried herbs wafting through the air. And you can hear the bustle of people talking and children playing, and occasionally interspersed with the sound of bubbling water from a nearby fountain. And there are various sort of shops and stuff that are sort of about. You can sort of meander if you want.
Hell yeah, I want to go
I would
shopping.
like to.
Yeah. And you can
Question.
also, if you ever wanted to like stop somebody and ask them about like random gossip, I'm also equipped for that as well.
Sweet.
Does Elzaris give me my 300 gold piece back, or does she keep it?
That's up to you.
Oh no, I was gonna give it back to you. You
Okay.
were just taking your sweet time being secretive.
Can you say that?
No.
I wish you would.
You know what? I do say that. I do say that.
You do say
Yeah.
that?
Love it.
I'm gonna say I just wanted to possibly ease his mind a little more about our trustworthiness.
Sus.
Okay, well I respect you. I'm just giving you a hard time, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly couldn't.
No, I
certainly couldn't
understand
help
it.
anybody like that, you know.
Y'all, Teal's super sus.
I kind of want I kind of want to
Cyan.
stealth around the city. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm a little nervous
Oh, yeah, I
about being
changed
here.
my face.
Been there.
You change your face? Okay.
Yeah, very obviously to like the guards around us. I'm like, hey, by the way, I just feel like looking different, and I changed my face.
I'm
I
gonna
love that.
see. I'm gonna see Blaze, Ash, whoever changed his face, and go on and cast Mage Armor on myself, just in case something happens.
Okay.
Not that I distrust
Um,
anyone. Just in case.
You can stealth if you want. You are accompanied by a party of 7 people in gleaming armor, though, so it might be difficult.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to lay low as much as possible.
That's fine. You could like pull
One
your
run
hood
in
up.
from my family is enough for me.
Are the guards like? Are they very stoic? Are they like how are they acting?
Yeah, good question.
They're all kind of, all of these are kind of stoked. They don't really know you. They know that you were just in prison for a night, so they're all kind of a little extra alert. Orthok is less so. Orthok looks a little just wary of the situation because he's like, it's my brother, it's my superior, this is weird. So
I'm gonna tap one of them on the elbow until he looks at me.
you
I have a
tap
question.
on his elbow like for almost a full 2 minutes, and eventually he's like, what?
Are you from here?
Yeah?
Where's the best place to eat?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm hungry.
well, wow, wasn't expecting to be asked a question. I mean, okay, sure. Well, I mean, if you want like prime food, the opulent Oasis has a fantastic dining room. If you're looking for something a little middle of the road, the Crescent Cradle, good tavern, good food. Either one.
Thank you. And I turn to the party and I'm like, I'm hungry. Where are we gonna eat? Let's choose one of these.
Same.
Let's treat ourselves, man. We were
Look, my last meal was prison food. I'm hungry. Like, which
You're
one
right.
of these fine
True.
establishments do we want to try?
we need to treat ourselves. So yeah, we definitely. I mean, I guess we have the money to go to the upscale place if we wanted to. I don't really care either way.
It could be fun to walk in an upscale place with prison guards. Just,
I want to take
for kicks.
Alzaris and get the ring and the emerald checked out and appraised.
Oh
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
we should do that on the way. I agree.
let's do it.
Okay,
Yes.
you want to do that on the way.
Sure.
You a place that catches your eye. You see a shop that kind of has hang on. Yeah, that's the right one, I think. Yeah, that kind of has like all sorts of stuff in it. The sign reads the Emerald Emporium of Eccentricities.
Oh, well.
What a name.
It's very elaborate, very colorful. Kind of has this like very sort of almost circus tent-esque looking awning of like magenta and
Love that.
cyan and gold, and the sign is painted in like this very vibrant green. Yeah, and so you can go in and check it out.
Let's do
Sure.
it.
Yeah. Inside is where are my names? Hang on. My names. Inside you see a drow woman behind like a big counter, and looking around, this is like a pretty huge building store. It's got all sorts of stuff, pretty much everything under the sun can be found here, just about. And this woman behind the desk says, "Hello there, can I help you?"
Hi, yes. I was really hoping to get a couple of things possibly appraised or looked at for magic spells in them or anything of that sort. And I was wondering if you could do that here.
Absolutely. What do you have?
Okay, and I'll plop down the emerald and the ring.
Sure. She looks at the ring first and looks at the blue gem in it. Pulls out like a little magnifying glass and kind of looks at it. It's like, I'm afraid this one is not worth much. The gem is fake. It's only about I mean, the metalwork on the ring itself is okay, but it's probably only worth about 5 gold.
Insight check.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
same.
Someone else please help me. I'm shit at insight checks.
I'll help you.
19.
Yeah, I got
Hey.
nothing.
There you go.
She seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
She takes a look at the big, massive emerald. And she's like, "Good God!" And she pulls it out, sets it on the table. She pulls out this like set of like glasses and sort of very carefully looks at it. She pulls over a light and looks at it and turns it. And she's got this like look on her face as she's looking at it. She's like, "This is marvelous. Where did you find such a thing?" It's not important. Never mind. Don't answer that.
Because we work
I like her
with
style.
She pulls out a scale and sets it on the scale as well. And she's like, "This is worth quite a lot. I believe in total it's worth about 700 gold piece."
Shit.
Damn.
Okay.
Does anyone need this for any spells, or at least yet? Probably not.
No.
Probably not yet.
Most
but-
spells don't use emerald as a component.
Yeah,
so
usually it's like diamond. It's
diamond
I
is
thought it was
typically what
I thought
it
it was
is.
Yeah. But good question.
It's
Thanks for
just
asking.
pretty. I like looking at it.
You could sell it if you want to.
You could
Yeah, we
tell
could
it.
sell
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to sell it to someone. I'll tell you all this later, but not like in the shop. I'm gonna say I think we're gonna try and sell it to someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about, and we're gonna try and sell it for more than it's worth type thing.
I mean, that's a good idea.
But we'll
I
see.
like it. I respect the hustle.
Seeing the expensive gym that you've got, and you're dressed fairly nicely. You've got some decent armor and stuff. She's like, feel free to look around. We've got a couple items in stock today. Anything you need.
What items does she have?
Yeah.
There's a couple things that. There's the usual. There's a couple healing potions. There's a couple potions of acid resistance. They're looking around. You see that there's a wand of magic missiles. There's this really beautiful bolt of fabric that almost looks like a starry sky, but it sort of shifts and changes, and the colors sort of change a little bit, like starry sky meets hue bulb in a fabric, kinda. You got me?
What's that?
Bulb?
Yeah.
I want to ask about that.
I'm interested.
It's new. It just came in. That would be glamour weave. Very fantastical magical fabric. You could put it into a cloak or something. It kind of makes you a bit more charismatic of sorts.
Oh shit.
Well,
shit.
there's
Gorgeous.
Bit of a leg up.
I'm looking it up right now.
What are you looking for it?
I want a dress of it.
Hang on.
A gown.
Let me find my.
So I'm just gonna read this out, if that's okay. The description for
Yeah, go for it.
glamour weave is clothing imbued with harmless illusory magic. While wearing the common version of these clothes, you can use a bonus action to create a moving illusory pattern within the cloth. Uncommon glamour weave can have the pattern rise from the cloth. For example, a glamour weave gown might be wreathed in harmless illusory flames, while a glamour weave hat might have illusory butterflies fluttering around it. When you make a charisma performance or charisma persuasion check while wearing the uncommon version of glamour weave, which is where the fabric kind of rises out, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the check. Once you use this property, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah,
Cool. That is so cool.
it makes me think of Hunger Games with the girl on fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is definitely uncommon, glamour weave.
Got you.
She says, it's about 200 gold piece per yard.
How many yards are there?
How many do you need, darling?
About how many yards would I need for a cloak?
Jeez.
This is like out of character. Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
How many yards?
How many
of
yards?
fabric for cloak?
Google. Google, ma'am.
I'm gonna say
Oh.
probably 2 yards. If you want a hood, you might want to get 2.5.
Okay, and she said how much per yard?
200 per yard.
200.
So 400 for a nice cape. If you want a hood, maybe 500.
That's such a Blaze thing to get too. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have a deal?
Yeah, Blaze is gonna plop 400 down and say, yeah, I think I'd like a cloak.
Fantastic. She takes your money and she sort of cuts out the correct amount, and sort of whistles at one of her other employees, and they go to quickly sort of fashioning it for you. Should be ready in maybe a couple hours. Won't take too long. We have alternative means of getting our clothing made quickly.
Heck yeah.
Um,
And what's her name? Did she say?
She did not say, but I can say. Her name is. Her name is Makaria.
Yes, I love that name.
Makaria. Thank you very much, Makaria.
Absolutely. Looking around, there's your sort of general goods. The only other magical item is a lantern, like a very fancy sort of ornate looking lantern that's on one of the shelves in the store.
I want to look at it.
Yeah.
Hang on. Makaria sort of comes up next to you and she's like, now that would be a lantern of revealing. Well lit, this hooded lantern can burn for 6 hours, but in the direction you're pointing the light, invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they are within the lantern's light.
That's so cool.
Damn.
Pretty handy.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I glitched. I have no idea what it
It's
does.
a lantern of revealing. It can, when it's lit, it burns for 6 hours, and it can reveal things that are invisible, objects or people.
Mm.
And I think
That's
its
so
radius
cool.
can be lessened if you wanted to. You can use an action to lower the hood, reducing the light to dim light in a 5-foot radius. Normally, it's light in a 30-foot radius, and then dim light for an additional 30 feet. But you can lower it to just 5 if you want.
Okay.
That's so cool.
That's really fucking cool. Wow. Huh. Well,
I don't really want it. I just want to know how it works. like she wouldn't
Right.
want to buy it. She just like wants
right.
to know how it
It's
does
like one of
that.
those things that I'm not sure if we like need.
Yeah, it's just so interesting.
But it's very interesting. Also, good to know. I didn't realize invisibility was fallible.
Yeah, same.
Is there any armor in here?
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, you ask about armor. She's like, actually, if you're looking for armor, I suggest you, head over to, let me pull up the name of the store. You should head over to Mordai's Miraculous Metalworks. I think that's the place for you. No armor here, I'm afraid.
Are weapons going to be over there too, or is it just armor there?
Oh, he does it all, darling.
Awesome. Awesome.
I just extend a hand out for a fist bump to Teofila.
Let's go.
And I like look at Orthok and be like, "You want to come with?"
I mean, I have to follow you regardless, so...
That is true. You have no choice. So come on.
Okay, sure. So,
Take him everywhere he doesn't want to go as a sibling. Like that's your obligation.
so you can head over to Mordai's Miraculous Metalworks if you want. So you head over there. It's sort of this kind of open forge sort of situation with some sort of tent warehouse attached to it. And there's this pretty he's a half orc, but he's got a bit of a gut, who's sort of slaving over a forge. And he sees you approach. Oi, can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for some full plate to fit this body.
He looks you up and down, and he's like, well, fortunately for you, we've got a few your size that live around here. So he sends somebody out in the back to look for some full plate. Now, do you just want plain full plate? We do, made to order if you need it. We could add a little, extra pizzazz if you want.
Oh my god.
I believe plain full plate will do.
Okay, makes sense. What about you, darling?
Out of character, full plate is heavy armor, right?
Yeah.
I don't know
So is
why I'm.
chainmail.
What'd you say?
It's
So is chainmail.
chainmail's
So is
also
what we
heavy.
already have.
Gotcha.
You're good for
Okay.
heavy.
Yeah. I'm not used to like armor and stuff, so I'm just making sure everything's
Yeah, absolutely.
good to go. Yeah, I would like some plate armor too. What do you mean by extra pizzazz?
Well, we have some pretty handy smiths that work in a bit of magic. We could sprinkle in a little extra, if you need.
Like
Kind of
what?
depends on the situation. We could work out some resistances to imbue in some armor. It kind of depends.
Okay. Oh wow.
Now that would cost you. I mean, regular
Right,
plate
right,
we
okay.
can get to you now. The other stuff might take some time. You'd have to order it and then come pick it up when it's done.
Gotcha. How long would that take typically? I need to be out of here in the evening.
Well, we wouldn't have it for you by the evening. You'd probably have to come back in a good week.
Okay, gotcha.
Probably.
Okay, well, let's just do full plate for now. I'll probably be back one of these days.
All right, so 2 sets of full plate. One for the large one and a bit smaller for you. Sir, for yours, it's probably gonna be about maybe 15,000 gold piece.
15,000?
Wait, hang on. Let me make sure I'm on the right page. That's definitely not right. I think that
So
was
the
like
standard is
real
like
life
1,500.
cost, actually, which is hilarious. It brought me to like the real world cost, which is so funny. No. Plate. Well,
Holy shit.
yeah, 1,500. Sorry, 1,500.
Okay, yeah, we go with that.
For the smaller, it's gonna be probably like 1,200.
Okay. I can do that. Yeah, I'll cuff it over.
So your base AC should be 18? Yeah.
Dang.
Disadvantage on stealth, but I mean you've already got that with chain.
You're right. Okay, so full plate armor, that's in D&D Beyond?
Yes, should be.
Yeah.
Or plate. What is it called?
Plate.
Plate?
I mean if you type in plate, you should get it.
Okay, is the one called plate? 'Cause there's
Yeah,
half
plate.
plate. That's not what we have.
Yeah, it's plate.
It's plate.
Got you. Let's go. I will add it.
Man, I pulled a blaze with my inability
Oh yeah.
to say costs. I just gave you a bunch of money. You can afford it, right? No.
Mm-hmm.
Jokes.
Yeah, we can afford it.
LOL.
That was so funny. I was like, ugh.
Alright,
Oh,
so,
look at that armor
I was like, wait, what?
yeah, all the money. So yeah, they get you your armor. They make a couple minor adjustments, but all in all, pretty good. Pretty good fit. And y'all can go head to lunch if you want. Y'all wanted to go to the fancy place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. So y'all like head over to this very fancy kind of hotel with this built-in restaurant in the bottom, and like all the Order of the Platinum Shield people have to go with you, and they're all just like, okay. And like the majority of them just sort of like, they don't go and sit down, they just sort of like stand, like kind of, you know, where you go and you're like, all right, party of 3, and you just wait there. They're all kind of standing around there. Quest goes in, Orthok goes in, and they go and like kind of sit with you. So this is the opulent Oasis. It's a very swanky tavern. We're talking like polished marble floors, fountains, the whole 9 yards. And somebody comes over to y'all's where y'all are sitting, your table or whatever, and can I get you something? What would you like to eat today?
Do we have a menu?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like so the special for today is we have very nice lamb. We also have we have some good roast chicken, and we're a bit too inland for fish at this time. We're gonna get a shipment here soon, but it's difficult. Desert climate, you know. We do have some vegetarian items, if that would also interest anybody. We have a vegan meal.
I love that.
I want some lamb.
Yeah,
I would also like
too.
some lamb. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The lamb platter, please.
The lamb.
2, please.
And the flagon of ale.
Flagon of ale.
Absolutely.
We also have a wonderful wine selection as well.
Oh, I'll take a
some
glass of wine.
Yeah.
The bottle would be 10 gold, but if you just want a glass, that's just about 3.
We'll just get the
Take-
bottle and split.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, make it 3 bottles. 3 bottles.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
3 bottles. The lamb is gonna be about like 4 gold.
Oh,
Okay.
The
no
vegan
problem.
meal is like 2 gold.
The what?
The vegan meal is 2. I don't know if anybody got that though.
I got the chicken.
Chicken is 3.
Cool.
How
Lamb
much
is
is the
the leg.
ale?
Ale is
Oh, rip Emily.
red.
Oh.
Not
Ale's
again.
cheaper. Ale is like well, I mean here ale's probably just 1 gold.
Yeah, Amy, am I back?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're back.
Just taking orders. All right, so they take all of your orders.
Mhm.
Quest definitely orders a glass of wine. Orthok orders the vegan meal and a water, and that's it. You know, y'all sort of get to sort of relax and stuff, and eventually they bring it all out to you. It's beautiful. Smells heavenly. The wine is like just perfect. Get to relax a little bit. The other like Order of the Platinum Shield members that aren't sitting with you are like their mouths are watering and they're just like, damn.
Are they like not eating?
Well, you get the sense that like not everybody can just afford to eat here, you know?
Can I like buy them food? Like that's
If you want to.
They're stuck with us. Like
Are you right?
they suggested the restaurant and can't eat there.
You right. You right.
If you want to, you can.
Sure.
Some of them come over, some of them are like, nah, I'm good. One of them's like, I mean, just like, if you could just give me, like, you know, I hear the rolls are really good, and I think they're only, like, you know, 10 silver or something. Like,
You can like get more than that. It's fine. You're stuck with us. Like, come on.
And we could, like, split it. You know, how do you feel about getting some apps or something? I don't know. It's up to you.
At for the table? No.
I'm down. Oh, that's so sweet.
Wait,
Nothing
whatever they want.
relaxes people
Like-
more than, like, a good meal, you know?
You right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you can order some bread for the table, and some people are like, you know, some of these order members really like, oh, they're gonna feed us. Okay, maybe these people are okay. That's okay.
Yeah. Say to them, look, y'all didn't kill us. We appreciate that. Here's some food. You're stuck with us.
Yeah, like why would I make you sit there and watch me eat?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
toast their glasses of water to your words and happily eat their bread. All right. Anything else y'all want to do for the rest of the day? You can go pick up your cloak probably after you eat if you want.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Can I just say, while we're eating, I'm just like looking at Orthok and being like, mm-hmm. I can afford this shit.
Yeah.
You know, some of us have to, you know, just work a regular job and earn a living. Honestly, instead of pillaging random temples. Just saying.
Blake,
I'm just gonna be like, no one has admitted to that.
If we were to admit to it, we went through hell to fucking get it.
And Quest at this point, she takes a long sip
I
of
mean,
her
they
glass
knew
of
we were
wine.
in the temple, like.
Yeah, Quest takes a long sip of
But
her
we
glass
didn't
of
admit
wine.
to
She's
taking
like,
anything.
oh, I know you went through hell. I saw that dragon corpse.
Yeah, man.
At least I didn't have to deal with it.
I'm gonna cheers to that and be like, it was fun.
So Orthox,
Oddly,
when was
this
the last
dragon was
time
better
you
than the
killed a
white one.
dragon?
It really was.
We killed a
I-
dragon. We killed a
I
dragon.
admit that I have not killed a dragon. I don't exactly remember dragon slaying being a part of our regular contests. Just saying.
Con. Okay.
Maybe we should adjust the rules then.
Tanari's like, what are the
Of
rules?
course. Let me go round up a dragon right now, brother, and slay it for you. Is that what you wish?
Yeah. Do it.
Gonna elbow him and laugh.
Yeah, absolutely. At least I haven't been arrested. And he takes a long sip of his glass of water.
That is also true. You're right.
And what about it, man?
I mean,
What about it?
you
You
gotta
just
take
gotta
some
live
risks every now and then, and I'll take a long swig of my tankard of ale.
Look, if it's preparing you to take over for Mom, I'm all for it. She's worked hard enough.
Lord knows that's true.
The woman doesn't know how to take a vacation.
Unfortunately, our younger brother doesn't really let her take a vacation.
And our older brother's too stupid to, well, you know.
I don't think he's stupid. Just
Not cut out for it.
timid.
That's, yeah. Not
think-
strong enough.
I think the incident with this kind of shook him up a bit.
Yeah, I'd say so. He eyes your ward and he's like, you wear it well.
How
I
many
have to.
brothers are in this family?
There's four.
I've met
Or-
them all by now.
You've met all of them, yeah.
Really? We
Okay.
met the other dude?
Koron, yeah. Koron's the older brother, Orthox my twin, and
Corin was the one
Kalroth
that
is the
y'all
younger brother.
gave a cinnamon roll and he got really, like,
He got
Yeah.
super flustered.
super, yeah, flustered but, like, happy about it.
Gosh, I remember now.
Yeah, that's Koron. That's the older brother.
Okay.
Tanari's gonna kind of eye Karok and his horn and be like, is it rude if I asked what happened? I've just been wondering the whole time.
That's been me this entire time with Eldaris.
You don't have to tell me.
Warthog kind of digs into his meal and he's like, I'm gonna leave that to you, brother.
You don't-
got that?
I'm gonna be like, you don't have to answer me. Like, I'm just curious.
Hmm.
I won't be offended.
Let's just say an incident with to understand why Koron is shaken up about that, you would have to understand that having both horns intact is a mark of pride, and it garners more respect among our people. This happened when we were very young, so young that I don't exactly remember what happened. But my horn broke, and it was Koron's fault. And
Okay.
he's felt a little bad about it ever since.
I did not know that.
Look, we always knew I was the more attractive twin anyway. So
Wow.
just
Huh.
saying.
Funny why
Spoken
Our
like a
Lady
true
chose me then.
Hmm.
Look,
Oh shit.
you've got your own path. I decided to make mine. We can't all stay in the tribe.
True.
Is Quest just like watching all this go down?
She's just enjoying her wine, you know? She's having a great time.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all can finish your meal and go pick up your cloak. As you're walking around, you know, there's, I mean, the only other shop that y'all haven't really gone to is Abdullah's potions, elixirs, and salves. Not gonna lie, I would have to super make up a lot of that stuff, but you can go there if you want to, and I will As you're walking around, you can probably listen in on gossip if you want to. It just sort of depends on if you want to make a perception check for that.
I would love to,
Sure.
having never been outside of Amory.
Yeah, go ahead.
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 20, not natural.
A
Nice.
20.
Just for the gossip.
Yeah, you can pick up bits and pieces of various, conversations. So you listen in on one group, and they're sort of talking about, yeah, did you hear about that attack last week? Yeah, I did. It was pretty gruesome. Nobody survived, right? And they're talking, and you hear them discuss sightings of strange red lights, and but nothing's been corroborated and nothing's been proven, and culprits have yet to be caught. There's some talk about how the mountains to the north, which is where y'all came from, are extremely dangerous and plagued with constant storms, but miraculously a lot of that has just suddenly stopped, which is interesting. Though you all know why.
Sorry, were there strange red lights in town, or did they mention another place?
They didn't really mention.
Just around Morgan.
Yeah, just sort of around.
Okay.
And then the other one would be, you catch a little bit of gossip about the tensions brewing between the two countries, and you hear someone say, like, yeah, I heard that Amory is starting to, like, slowly kind of pull in these no man's land cities. If they ever decide to attack, they're gonna overpower us. And the person they're talking to is like, I'm sure Prime Minister Dark has things under control. I mean, I trust him. And they sort of continue to sort of discuss worries of that nature.
Great.
I'm really tempted to ask someone about it.
It's up to you.
We're gonna be stuck with them for a while. We'll see. We'll build up some more trust before I start asking questions.
Okay. So, y'all, eventually the sun starts to lower, and you can head to or I guess Quest will sort of direct you to head towards the train station. So you start to head that way. Let me scroll. So you head over to this train station. It looks like a pretty new construction of sorts.
Oh, I picked up my cloak, right?
Yes, you picked up your cloak.
What is that in D&D Beyond, if it exists?
Glamour weave.
Glamour.
GLAMRWEAVE.
Found it. Thank you.
And so you head over to the train station where this Moonshadow Express awaits you. So before you is the Moonshadow Express. This fascinating vehicle and technical marvel is sitting in the station at platform 5, and the entire train sort of hums with this sound of magic and concentrated energy. And the engine car at the front sends tendrils of electricity out that connect with the ground and the lightning rail and illuminate the area with sort of this pale blue light. A half-orc in a maroon vest and conductor's hat checks his pocket watch before putting it away and returning his attention to a piece of parchment in his hands. Vice Admiral Quest approaches the conductor and exchanges some words before signaling you to approach. The conductor pulls out a pair of small glasses and re-examines his list. He goes down the list asking for everyone's names and sort of works his way through all of you. And then he sort of starts to slowly work his way through the Oops operatives and finishes with Orthok. Name, Orthok, sir. And he adjusts his glasses, peers down at the parchment before returning his attention to Karak's brother. Very well, proceed. And all of you and Oops enter the... all of Oops enters the train, and Vice Admiral Quest enters after all of you as well. And so you all board the Moonshadow Express, and you all notice that a very eclectic group of travelers is waiting to board as well, and you sort of watch all of them one by one enter the train. So your individuals, y'all are sort of all up at the sort of first class section of this train, and the economy class is a little bit further down, so you don't really see them. But up here with y'all, the first person you see enter the train is this sort of bubbly looking pink tiefling with blonde hair. She approaches the conductor. Larissa Lorne. And she's accompanied by a very short Kenku dressed in a pale blue dress with these little frills and bows. Oh, and this is Chant, my traveling companion. Conductor checks off their names and they enter. Next,
Yo, do I recognize this Kenku?
Roll a... I guess a perception or... Yeah, I guess perception.
Like, are they the same color even as Hush?
Roll a perception.
All right. I mean, why else are you mentioning them? You know what I mean?
I'm about to mention everybody that's gonna get on this train.
You don't.
I got a 4.
A 4? I mean, look, Kenkus look very similar to each other. It's hard to tell
Kenkus look the same.
sometimes. Bird features and like humanoid features are not a 1-to-1. It can be difficult sometimes. I'm sorry, we don't have a rally for bird rights. I apologize to any Kenku I've offended. Any pigeons and crows. Alright, so after Larissa Lorne and Chant enter the train, a drow noble in a sort of pale green tunic, accompanied by a guard that's sort of in like a full sort of headdress covering, approach. Jean Celier, and then the guard behind him, Chiron Norza.
I already don't like Sean.
Checks his list and they enter as well. Next you see a human woman, kind of, she's got a very young child in her arms, and she's holding another young girl by her hand. Mary, and this is Margaret and Junior. We should be on the list. I'm sorry, I've never done this before. Conductor kind of looks down the list, looks at them, and he's like, "Yeah, you're good to go." They enter. She looks a bit flustered. Next, you see a very fair-skinned, blonde human in very fine, dark clothes, and a small sort of construct servant with him. Esha, if you please. And he checks his list. He's like, okay. And they enter. And so you're all sort of congregate in the dining car.
Why does this feel like Murder on the Orient Express?
That's what I was about to say.
So you all
I
sort
was
of,
like, is there gonna be a murder mystery?
That's what this feels like.
I don't know, man. So you all congregate in the dining car. Quest sort of leans in. She's like, "All right, so we've got 2 rooms for you. We've got the cargo hold situated. We can do 3 and 3. And I'm sorry, but one of us is gonna have to be in the room with you. So y'all divvy up however you want, and we'll
Girls' night.
go from there.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
how do you want to divvy up?
I was just thinking girls and boys like
I'm
we've
good with
done
girls' night.
before.
I can do girls and guys if you want.
Yeah.
Okay,
But see, the last time we did that, we got attacked.
Murder on the Orient Express.
True.
It's all fine. Everything's fine.
Or attempted
Everything's
murder on the
fine.
Orient
I
Express.
know everything's fine. You ain't gotta tell me.
We've got our weapons. It's okay.
We're better than we were, I guess.
So y'all are in the dining car. The conductor sort of enters the room. All right, so you've all been assigned to your rooms. This is the dining car. Up ahead is private rooms for conductor and engineer. Behind us, you've got the 2 first-class passenger cars. Then it's cargo after that, and economy's past that. So you shouldn't need to leave the passenger cars. If you got any questions, let us know. We, we're got a smaller group on this train for the next couple days, but I'm sure you understand. You've all made your arrangements. This is Tuck here at the bar. If you need anything to eat, we'll take care of you. And hope you have a pleasant journey with us. So, yeah, y'all are sort of just all kind of about. Everybody's kind of in the dining car. You can, I don't know, do whatever you want. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna turn to Karok and I'm gonna be like, so, not to pry, but the Wild Mother chose you? What does that mean?
Just poking fun at my brother.
Oh, she doesn't choose people?
I mean, I don't know exactly the ways in which she works.
Ah.
I did receive a sign from her. And that's what prompted me to study her ways with my grandfather. But
Oh, gotcha. I just, hearing someone say a deity chose them intrigued me. Forgive me. You're still interesting.
Can I roll to see if I recognize anyone in the dining car?
Sure, give me perception.
Probably not. That's a 9. 9.
It's a very eclectic group, very colorful group of people. Yeah, it's a very unfamiliar sight to you.
Despite the fact that we have a very eclectic group
You're a
too.
bit overwhelmed by the environment a little bit, so you find it a bit distracting. You kind of get a little bit distracted by everybody's in very interesting, elaborate clothing, and so it kind of like draws your eyes to their clothes and not necessarily their face. It's a whole thing.
Wait. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna awkwardly go back to Karok and be like, if you don't mind me asking, what, or if you can't even talk about this, I don't know. What sign did you get?
Hold on, let me grab.
Yeah, okay, it's fine.
Book, where is it? There it is.
because I do remember.
There's a whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, cool! I didn't write it down. Awesome. Okay. Well, we're just gonna freeball this.
I remember. If you want me to.
I mean, so I know I'm not gonna do this in the
can
voice.
make it up if you
TLDR, I was on a ship, and saw the Wild Mother's face in the water.
Oh, you got it. That's it, man.
That's really cool. Hang on, I'm
That's
looking.
so cool.
I'll say
I'm
at this
looking
point,
into
Orthog walks over and sits down. He's like, "Is my brother bragging about his like blessedness or whatever?"
I just asked him. I just asked him because, well, I was interested, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to make sense of something that's happened to me. If I can fucking find the drive, give me a minute.
What happened to you?
If
We're
I
getting
can,
all the
again,
backstory today.
if I can find it, where is the drive? Where's okay? My drive, shared with me. Recent. Let's just go to recent. There she is, Misfits campaign.
Orthog
Give
looks
me-
very like unamused by everything. He's like, "Look, we all know the gods are behind the veil. I doubt she talks to you that much. Don't make a big deal out of it."
She doesn't talk to me much, but she has spoken to me recently.
Okay, chosen one, we're so important.
Give me a minute.
I just like pick up my totem and like lightly smack him on the shoulder.
He picks up his like emblem of the Order of the Platinum Shield and lightly smacks you on your shoulder.
Here we are.
Scenario's just
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Worldly Power.
Well, it's just that like one time I was like caught in like a really bad storm and like somehow survived. I don't really talk about it much. But now sometimes I haven't really had any dreams lately, really since we've started, but I used to have like these dreams like I guess we're sent by somebody. I don't know. It was really strange. So I didn't know if that was anything like you or what. I don't consider myself a religious person either, so but
I mean,
I don't know.
I did have. She did speak to me in a dream recently, so it's possible.
Okay.
Like I said, it hasn't happened for a while, so you know, I don't know if they're done, you know, or what, but just a thought, I guess.
I'm sorry, brother, did you say you're having trippy dreams? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, trippy dreams with a beautiful goddess speaking to me.
Oh, she's
Are those wet dreams or?
Now, you said you were on a boat, but was it water you were sailing on?
I'm on a boat.
That it was.
Yeah.
Believe it was I believe it was at sea just south of Canarath.
Oh.
What is that? Netherworth and Naxxrath.
Yes, you have been traveling quite a bit.
What is the name of that body of water there?
And you're gonna ask me right now. Hang on.
You're good.
You're good.
Okay. Just a little digging.
It's okay. I had to search for the fateful moments. I was like, well, let me read it so I know I don't mess anything up. Fucking bitches see. It reminds me of what you sent me, Benji. The Shiva. Oh, what is it? Shiva. When we were talking about BTS, you're wanting to rename.
Oh
Shiva.
yeah.
Shiva. I can't remember.
They call that
Siparnyan.
body
There
of
you go.
water the unresting sea.
Unresting.
Yeah.
All right.
Writing that down for
Also, yeah, if any of you guys want to know how to say fucking bitch in Korean, it's 시발년.
Great.
Oh god.
This is for
Alright.
my BTS desecration image.
No.
Who's gonna be saying that?
So rather than I'm renaming them. So instead of being 방탄소년단, it's 방탄18년. So the bulletproof fucking bitches. Or like the bulletproof bitch
We're
boys.
still bulletproof though. That's the thing. We're still bulletproof. No,
They're
Emily's
still
Emily's
bitch
Still
boys.
bulletproof.
No, Emily, I need to share with you some of the names for them.
It's really funny so far from what I've.
Oh,
It
she
is.
just went by.
Oh, no.
He said,
She dipped.
Later, bitch boy.
She's like, how dare you desecrate the names
I'm
of
just-
our
I'm-
beloved.
"Dare
I'm
you?"
kind of procrastinating it because I know it's gonna take a while to Photoshop like just J Nope. Wait, so
Um,
Casey, have I told you about?
No. I'm
Okay,
so
Tell her.
curious.
J Nope is just J Hope covered in spiders.
Oh, no. That is definitely a nope.
Not to detract us away from this lovely
Sorry.
conversation.
Sorry.
But,
You're fine. You're fine.
So everybody's
Yes, you're
sort of just hanging out in the dining car. Eventually, they serve dinner. I'll say probably throughout the meal, Chadriel, the pink tiefling, is definitely making eyes at you for sure. Occasional
Oh,
winks
no.
every once in a while.
No, I'm just saying, nah, bitches. This some spy from Lilith. Like, don't trust it.
I'm gonna say, hey, you know, her name's Larissa. I caught that when she was boarding. You know,
She's also a tiefling.
maybe she's not a spy from Lilith.
Come on.
I
Sing her a
I
song.
have room for one person in this life, and that's K-Rock, my boy.
I was about to say.
Aw.
Aww.
Oh,
Romance.
how sweet.
I love it. Oh, it's funny.
I'll wave though.
She definitely like flashes you a wink. She's like, oh.
I look at I point at K-Rock, and I'm like,
she holds up her glass of Chardonnay to you and then drinks it all in like one go.
Oh, she's heartbroken.
Aww.
The drow and his guard kind of keep to themselves. The sort of pale, dressed in dark clothing guy, sort of he spends some time kind of flirting with the tiefling for a little bit, moves over to the mom trying to juggle her two children, moves away from them relatively quickly, goes back to the tiefling, and then goes back to mind his own business. A collected group. If there's anything else y'all want to do during dinner, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just sort of jump to the night.
Tanari's probably going to ask how the train works because she's Tanari. But I don't know that anyone would know that.
You can engage the conductor in a very long conversation about it. It's probably riveting only to you.
Probably so, yes.
Very detailed. You understand some of it, but it's the rest of it kind of goes over you just a little bit.
Sounds good.
I want to ask Orthok how much time he tends to spend in Ebenmeyer.
Kind of depends. I go there more often than other places. Every once in a while we have various missions to go out and help somebody or collect something, but we go to Ebenmeyer relatively often to just sort of trade information and check in, sort of rotate who's where. We don't all just stay in Axrath all the time. This rail's certainly going to make it a lot easier. It's like 3 days from Axrath to Ebenmeyer with the rail. I think, normal means of travel, it can sometimes take longer. Ships, it can vary. It depends on the weather for the ship, but the weather doesn't really affect the train so much.
I was just curious who the current high priest is. It's been a long time since I've been back to Ebenmeyer, and I wanted to know if he'd changed.
I think. I feel like they picked a new one, like maybe 5 years ago.
Mm.
I don't think he's been there super long, so I'm not sure who you're thinking of. But maybe they're still in the town. I don't know.
Sorry, I glitched out again.
Sorry.
I heard
he said,
he wasn't picked too long ago.
Yeah, he said that like the current high priest, he's only been in that position for like a handful of years, but he's not sure if the person prior to him is still in town or not, but he might be. So.
Do I recall the name of the high priest?
You were so young, you're
No.
not entirely sure.
Okay. Do you think I would recognize him if I saw him?
Yeah, I think you'd recognize him.
Okay. Cool.
Anything else y'all would like
I
to
thank
do?
him for his info.
Alright, well, if that's it, then eventually they're gonna sort of lead y'all to your rooms. And so, they kind of lead you to your private sort of compartments within the first passenger car. Y'all are in sort of like room C and D in the first passenger car. Orthok is going to be in the room with Karok and some rando guard. Probably the one that ordered the bread is going to be in the one with the girls. Yeah, and so y'all kind of get ready to sort of rest as much as you can for the night. Do y'all want to... I don't know. You can take watches if you want. You don't have to. It's up to you.
Take watches. I plan on taking a watch.
Are the guards
Yeah,
staying awake? Or
We
are
can
they
never
sleeping?
rest.
Yeah, the guards are going to stay awake. They tell you that they're going to switch out with other people in the morning.
Okay.
I still want to keep watch.
Same, yeah.
I mean,
You
yeah,
never know
I'm
what's
just
gonna happen.
curious.
So, is guys and girls, so if both compartments want to stay up, then, we'll have to have y'all are going to have to cover for your own sections. So,
Okay.
who in the girls' car wants to stay up for the first watch?
I can.
I will.
Or you can.
Yeah, sure. I don't care. I'll go.
All right, we'll do Taylor.
I'll go
Me and
second.
Coach.
What about guys?
I'll do guys first.
All right, we'll do Taylor and Ash. Second watch.
I'll be second.
Okay, so we'll do Tenori and Karak, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then third, we'll do Azaris and Chadriel. Okay, so first watch. Give me perception rolls.
I got to 14.
Got to 14.
I got an 11.
An 11. All right, so I'll stay up and try to pay attention. And you at some point, Teofu, you don't necessarily notice this, but Ash, at some point you do think you hear the sound of somebody walking past, probably heading to the dining car. You hear the door open at the end, but that's it. And that's kind of all you hear for that. Well, actually, towards the end of that, you do hear some other people coming back. No, just one person. So, sorry, I'm reading and I'm trying to decipher my own notes. At the top of the watch, you hear two people head towards the dining car. At the end of the first watch, you hear one person heading back.
Two people.
Yes, let's keep this all straight for sure. Help me.
Whoa. Person.
Two people heading, one person comes back.
So
Okay.
Watch.
that's when they I was like, that's when they killed him.
Murder.
I bring you murder.
Murder.
Okay.
No.
So, second watch. My second watch,
Okay.
people.
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
9.
9.
9.
All right, so
9.
yeah, Karak, you don't really notice anything. But Tanari, you listen in for a second, and you hear sort of towards the beginning of your watch, you hear somebody sort of walk past the door and head maybe a couple compartments ahead of you, and you hear like and there's like a sort of muffled exchange. You hear the sound of a door closing, and then you hear them knock on a door a little closer, and the door opens, and you hear the sound of a door closing. There's a little bit of conversation. You can't really hear it through the walls, but you do notice that eventually the sound of the conversation kind of rises a little bit. Sounds a bit more like a argument. And then eventually you hear the sound of a door opening and slamming shut, and somebody storming away.
Okay, interesting.
And that's what you hear during your watch. Alright, third watch people. This would be Elzaris and Chadriel.
As we swap, I'm gonna let Elzaris kind of know what happened and be like, just something's going on.
Something sus.
Something sus.
Tell us us.
Might be some drama in the morning.
Perception
Good night.
rolls, people.
Perception.
11.
11.
And 17.
Great, so Chadriel, you definitely don't notice anything. But Elzaris, you stay up. You hear, towards the beginning of the watch, the sound of somebody coming from the direction of the dining car. It sounds like they're not walking so much as like stumbling. And kind of occasionally knocking into the wall and stuff. But eventually they kind of, pause for a second and then continue going. It's not a steady pace. It's it's a clumsy gait. And a little bit of time passes, and then eventually you hear the sound of two sets of footsteps. One, the clumsy set you heard before, and the other, a firm, steady set with kind of a bit of a clink of like the sound of somebody who's wearing armor. All right, go back to your room, and would you lay off the booze? And you hear the sound of somebody being like forcefully put inside their compartment on the passenger train in a room ahead of you. A little bit more time passes. You hear that guard leave the passenger car, and then after a little bit, you hear the sound of shouting, and there's sort of an alarm sound that starts to echo, and it wakes everybody up. And somebody says, "High alert! High alert! 2 men have been killed!" And everybody gets woken up. And that's where we're gonna stop for tonight.
Murder!
All right. And that concludes this week's recorded session. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next weekend.